Hello, my name's Artemis, and it seems to me that we've got this weird puritanism trend happening in the fandom and also happening around the world, as it kind of always has been, and it's causing a lot of problems. You see, I understand that people have their icks and they have the things that are the opposite of icks, but you kind of need to just live and let live, and I'm here to make that point free and clear, because we all like to say we're free and accepting, but lately we sure as shit fucking ain't, and that has some very far-reaching effects that we really don't want to be dealing with. So, yeah, maybe it really is time to stop dunking on kinks, and here's why. So, I'm sure we've all noticed this trend at the moment of everybody deciding to dunk on diaper furs, because it's funny and it's also disgusting, and it's something that a lot of people don't like. And I'll be real with you, I am right there with you. There are a lot of kinks out there. There are dozens, if not hundreds, that I find disgusting, personally. They're not to my tastes. I am a sexual post-asexual. I'm used to that. But the problem that we've got is that by doing this so publicly and by making it so accepted that we can just judge people for the things that turn them on, which, by the way, they have no control over, we've entered this weird phase of dictating what is allowed and what isn't allowed. And we're putting our tastes out there as the rules that other people have to follow, when we ourselves should just be scrolling on past and not really paying attention to the things that we don't like. And that's a very dangerous mindset to get into, because first it starts with these very extreme things, and then it kind of marches on to other things, and before you know it, it's gone way past the point you originally wanted it to go to. Okay, I do understand that there is a limit to the things that people will accept, and there are certain things that perhaps should not be accepted. There are a lot of kinks that are just free and easy and everyone can enjoy, but there's also a lot that have a weird borderline to them that is a little bit dangerous. Sure, age play, anything to do with feral artwork is always going to have a grey area, which is kind of scary and kind of dangerous, and is also something that will be targeted. And yes, the fandom does have a history with having bad actors acting in very bad ways, being a very bad example of the sort of shit that people like this do. So I do understand it. This knee-jerk reaction comes from a place of defensiveness and protecting ourselves, because these things really could get us ended. But here's the thing, if we start outlawing all of the really extreme kinks, then all we're doing is changing the definition of what an extreme kink is. And today that might mean diapers, but tomorrow that might mean a foot. And then the next day, it could just mean being a furry outright. And that's a very slippery slope that we've already begun to slide down. The problem is that this is actually a much bigger issue than just us and just our fandom. It extends far beyond us. This trend of judging people for things that are different is actually really common throughout human history, and has been used as the stick to smack down the LGBT community time and time and time again. And we're seeing it once again have these catastrophic effects. I'm sure you've all seen this little protest group collective shout to coming out and doing the whole, protect the children, porn is disgusting, we need to ban it. And that's actually sadly working, because payment processors are listening. Fansly is listening, and now Itch has had to take down its not safe for work content. Fansly has banned furries. My own feet stuff has had to come under fire with that. And this started off as a simple, I don't like this thing, we shouldn't see it, and has now become, I don't like this thing, no legal consenting adult should enjoy it. And that's a real fucking dangerous problem when you see it, because why should one group of whiny assholes dictate what the rest of us get to see and enjoy, especially when it's fucking free and legal for us to do so? So what does all this mean exactly? It means they're coming for us once again. We're always on the fucking chopping block, and it means that the next round of oppression is on its way. We've already seen the UK adopt this age verification bullshit, which is already shunning people out from Discord accounts that they've had for decades at this point. We've already seen them decide that your freedom, it's not that important, and they can take it away, because it was never truly there to begin with. And they'll do it under the guise of protecting the children. We've already seen that they want to target us. The fucking litter trays in schools thing, the Fansly banning us because they're apparently animal content. We've already seen this shit. Everyone just seems to be forgetting about it. And the first step might be hating on diaper furs, but the second step is this shit being banned. In fact, when you look at the history of all of this kind of censorship, it's a very dark direction that it's all going in. So the even more dangerous thing is that there is a direction to this. There is velocity in a certain direction that we don't like, because on the first step is things like banning the extreme stuff, the stuff that we should all be against. But it never stops there. You see, that's not the end goal. That's just step 1. Step 2 is banning all porn. And then step 3 is then dictating what is and isn't a danger to kids, because we see it all the time. Being a danger to kids was the original argument against gay being allowed, okay? It's no surprise they're just wielding that once again against us all. It's like you've all forgotten the furry litter trays in school thing. They are coming for us. We are on the chopping block. And it doesn't even end with us. These people want our entire way of life gone. They want all of our acceptance, all of our hard-won rights gone. And this is just step 1 on that path. And if you think I'm being reactionary, I'm not. That shit is out there. They've already introduced legislation to try and repeal Obergefell, for fuck's sake. Okay, if you think they're not coming for us, you're lying to yourself. And we don't need to be doing their job for them and helping them along by agreeing with parts of this. We have to stand together and unite against it, because that's the only way we've ever fucking won anything we've got. So how exactly do we fight this? We fight this by actually fighting the fucking instinct. I understand that you feel like you're going to be judged. I understand that you want to prove to these people that you're one of the good ones, but you never will be, because they don't conceive that a good one can exist, okay? It starts by not dunking on people for something that you personally don't like. You fight back by, instead of targeting someone because they're turned on by something that you just do not get on board with, you just go, oh, well, to each their own. If it's between consenting adults, then I'll scroll on past. I do it every single fucking day with you disgusting degenerates. Jesus. It comes from not doing their job for them. It comes from not highlighting the parts of our fandom that they will use to target us and pointing it out. Because most of the time they don't know this shit exists until we tell them it exists. Okay? We need to get over this whole, oh, my feelings, my sensibilities, oh, I don't like this stuff, and just realize that it's not their job to censor what they're making according to you and your fucking perceptions. It's your job to curate your own shit, okay? Stop being such a whiny little bitch, which is honestly the message of most of my videos. Well, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I made my points nice and succinct and clear and you all understood it. I kind of doubt it, but no, for real. There was a lot of very scary stuff facing us, and I don't mean just us, it's facing everybody. And a lot of very whiny, opinionated assholes seem to have a decent amount of control over the sort of things that we get to do, say, and post. And we need to make sure that we're not welcoming that in and helping them with their job. And it really does start with simple things like, if you don't like it, just scroll on past, rather than trying to enforce rules that this thing can't exist, because god damn. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you will take this point on board. If you do like this video and you'd like to help support us, there's a Linktree link there, so you can go and have a look at all the ways you can support us, because I'm being subtle now. And there's also the Patreon, which is, you know, obviously the way we pay our bills, and it's so lovely. You can join a Discord server, you can see exclusive videos, you can talk to me, which might not be the big selling point I want it to be, but whatever. Go and check it out and pay me money. Thank you. Bye!